Hi everybody, this is attorney Matti Sandoval. I'm coming to you from my law office in San Diego, California. I'm a Social Security disability attorney. I specialize in helping people that are fighting the Social Security Administration and qualifying for SSI and Social Security disability benefits. I'm often asked, how do you prove you're disabled? And I always use the analogy of building a house. Every person that's claiming disability has an underlying medical problem, an impairment, or what the doctors call a diagnosis. And that's basically what's the name of the medical problem that gives rise to your disability. A diagnosis never is enough to establish disability. In my over 30 years of practicing in this area of law, there was only one diagnosis that automatically qualified a person for disability, and that was AIDS. Fortunately, now AIDS is very treatable, so there aren't any diagnoses that qualify a person for disability. So they just get us started. And the reason is, again, there's people with every diagnosis that work. So that's the foundation of the house. The next step is the frame. The frame of the house is your symptoms. So symptoms are the things that you complain about when you go to the doctor. Again, symptoms aren't enough because there are people with every symptom that work. But the symptoms give us an idea of where we're going. And what really determines whether a person's disabled or not are what are your work-related limitations. So every job, from my job, which is basically a sit-down job, to the guys that are working out in the streets with shovels, have an 8-hour combination of sitting and standing, bending and lifting, handling and fingering. Theirs is obviously much more difficult than mine, at least from a physical standpoint, but every job has an 8-hour combination. So a person, say, with a bad back or bad hips, a limitation would be, well, how long can you sit? How long can you stand? How far can you walk? Can you bend over? A person with carpal tunnel syndrome or anything wrong with your upper extremities is, can you grip? Can you grasp? Can you keyboard? That's fine manipulation. From a mental standpoint, limitations are, can you finish what you start? Can you follow instructions? Can you accept criticism without melting down? Are there times you're so depressed that you can't even get out of bed? Those are limitations, work-related limitations, and there are just a couple of them. But those are really what defines whether a person's disabled or not. Essentially the icing on a cake or the finish of the house. And that's how you prove a person's disabled.